Hello everyone, my name is Sonic and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing fantastic, as today my DBrand envelope arrived. And yes, this is an envelope and it's absolutely massive and huge. It is by far the most stylish envelope that you've ever seen. Anyhow, so this arrived in the mail. As you guys have known from my Instagram, I've asked you guys to come up with designs or agree with me on the designs that I made for the phone and for the PlayStation. So for both of them I got a skin. They're both dragon themed. So like right now on my phone I still got the camo skin, but the grip is off because, well, I don't have any point anymore for the grip. It's pretty much pointless to use these days, and oops, flashlight. It's pretty much pointless to use these days. It's nearly broken and doesn't feel nice in the hand anymore, so I just took it off. And I gotta say, it's been a hassle to get used to having such a slim phone again. It's definitely different from having the grip off versus on. Anyhow, let's go and open up our huge package, because this is amazing. I also put something in the special request. But I guess we'll see whether or not they fulfilled it or not. Oh my god, this is huge. Holy yeah, okay. Well, anything else in there? No. It's a huge envelope, it really is. Okay, so here's the PlayStation portions. Red, dragon red and dragon black. Okay. Here's the top portion. What the? Is there one on the bottom? You gotta be kidding me, right? There cannot be one on the bottom, can there? They even made one for the bottom, and actually, oh wow, I actually never noticed this. The bottom portion of the PlayStation, where it has these like knobs to keep the PlayStation off the ground, they're made out of symbols from the PlayStation controller. There's triangles, circles, X's, and squares on there. So that's actually pretty neat. I never knew that. So yeah, there is actually a bottom portion of the skin as well, so that's cool. Bottom and top, the sides and dragon skin, and of course the top as well. And there is in here as well. yes, they did come up with a cool thing. Okay, hold on a second. So, okay, so here's the phone skin. Front, red dragon. Back, black dragon. So that's in there as well. We're going to be taking care of that as last. And a huge DBrand cover. Is this just a, I mean, it's just a huge cardboard, really. It's just huge marketing. It's all that there is. And I'm going to record this whole video ordeal because I think that the unboxing experience is something of DBrand. Like, it's something that you should experience. It's a culture. It's not a product. I think DBrand will understand. So we got 2 microfiber cloths included as well, so 1 for each skin. And they did attach something. So I asked in the special request that I show DBrand a lot of love, and I requested the love letter back, which is dumb. I mean, you know, like requesting. I mean, you don't request a love letter, you give it or you don't give it. I mean, it's something you do out of your own. But it did include something cool, so they gave me a little note with it written on it, with a hand-drawn dragon on it. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow, and fuck your love. Robot 091. Okay, well, that is a note I'm gonna stick to my wall because that is honestly... Okay, I gotta attach it some other way, but it absolutely looks cool. And I'll show you on screen right now what the drawing looks like. It's really cool. So yeah, and another microfiber cloth. So that's pretty much it. So let's first start with the PlayStation, because that's the easiest thing to do, really, because it's such a big ass surface. I do have to clean it though, because, well, my PlayStation attracts a lot of dust. PlayStations do attract a lot of dust, and that's simply because of the way they're designed. It's matte black, but it's matte black with grooves in them, and dust settles in them so easily. I was like, okay, gotta get a skin for it. The alternative was to get a skin for my friend, but she refused. She was like, hey, you should just totally get one for your PlayStation. I was like, hey, you know what? You may be right. So here we are getting a skin for my PlayStation. So there we go. Just wipe it off with the microfiber cloth. Let's grab the red top. Here we go. And it's really gonna be as easy as aligning it, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you gotta be careful, I'm not gonna lie. Because I gotta take it all the way off. And then I gotta realign it so that I can see the logo portion. And then I gotta align everything. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it like it is. I really can't get it all the way perfect. There's always a black edge showing somewhere. So I guess that will have to do. And we now attach the back, because otherwise we're gonna be sitting here for the next few days. So the back portion should be a little easier. So here we go. Because you basically align them with the logos and you'll be fine. This one should be so easy. Okay, the camera stopped recording. Not sure when or why. But yeah, this skin applying, even something as simple as the bottom portion of the PlayStation, seems to be a lot harder than I initially thought. And I don't know why. But it's like it's not the most precise cut. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry, DBrand. Love you, but it's not completely straight. Okay, well, that's the best I'm gonna be able to do. Honestly, it's such a just to attach it. Like to align everything properly, even when it's still not aligned. So, oh man, it's frustrating. Looking at what it takes me to get this thing attached versus what DBrand shows online is very different. Okay, finally, the bottom, and it's getting absolutely ridiculous. And the camera is running out of battery, so I should probably charge the thing. So I'm gonna finish my PlayStation, and we're gonna get to the phone later. Okay everyone, so it took a long time, but I finally got it on. It's good enough for what it is. It looks like all the pieces of the skin are somewhat in place. And it looks like actually that the black stripes along the sides and everything was more of an accent to complement the logo. So my thing that it had to be completely, my idea of it having to be completely covered wasn't that accurate, it looks like, because it looks much more good with the small separation line along the edge of the console. One disadvantage though is that you can now no longer access the hard drive bay. So for people that have wanted to put an SSD in the PlayStation, do that first before applying the skin, because you need to take that entire side off again if you want to get a hold of it. I mean, I'm sure you can get out, take it off somewhat in a good way and reapply it, but I would be very careful. Anyhow, that is the PlayStation. It looks really good. I'll give you some good B-roll shots of that later. And now we get to the phone. So the phone is going to be a little more difficult because the phone has some borders that I'm not quite a fan of, and I'm going to need to get a hair dryer as well. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my hair dryer. Here we go. Let's get started. So first of all, I gotta take the old skin off. So I already removed the grip, so only thing that's left now is to remove the camo. It is very much a more difficult skin to remove, this one, the grip version. I don't know why, but it just is. And now there's just still some adhesive stuck to the phone, so by rubbing it off very hard using the heat of my thumb is gonna release the adhesive off of the surface. I usually also clean my desk this way, just by simply rubbing so hard it heats the surface so much it practically burns off the surface. But because it has some adhesive on it and I want to make sure that it's very clean, I'm gonna grab a cloth and go over it real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, so got the phone completely clean. Gotta say that now it's actually very clean. It's actually very pleasing to look at, if I do say so myself. Looks like there's still some gunk around the antenna bands, but that might be the antenna bands in themselves. So at this point, it's just a case of cleaning it good with the microfiber cloth and make sure there's no dust and anything on it, and then we can start applying the skin. And the OnePlus 5 is one of the most difficult skins to apply because of the way it's shaped. It is the same design philosophy as the iPhone 8 at the time, and it's absolutely the worst application for skin. But because you're probably gonna screw it up, they do include a second one just in case you screw up, because you know we're humans and humans screw up all the time. Then there's a single bottom and top piece for the front, and 3 logos as well as 2 camera cutouts just in case. And for the rest, I think it's just a DBrand banner. So to get this thing applied is a lot harder than I'm used to with the grip version of this skin now. This version is by far the hardest to apply because of the rounded corners. You got to be very careful about this, and you got to apply heat each and every time. So this time I need to remember every single step DBrand tells me for this phone, because it's going to be very difficult to undo it. And I got to keep in mind that you can stretch the grip a small portion to compensate for any things that might be in the way. And I'm actually gonna grab my phone stand, because here I can actually rest the phone on and work maybe a little bit easier. So first thing to do is to take the skin off and line up the speaker cutouts. This needs to be the most accurate thing that you put on here. So I'm gonna put it forward on the 3M paper just a bit, just to expose the back portion of the phone. We're gonna expose as little as we can possibly can so that we can apply a decent amount of heat later. For each time you go around rounded corners, you need to soften the adhesive and then attach it very strongly and firmly. So you don't give any attempts at this, as the phone is getting more dust and gunk on it, because the 3M will fail, because there are a lot of tiny portions near speaker cutouts, and they're very tiny and small, not a lot of adhesive on there, so to make sure that it sticks, you gotta be careful and safe. So to line everything up, it looks like there's still some gunk on there. I think that's damage. Yeah, that's damage on the phone. Never mind. I thought it was my fault. Anyhow, let's line these up. It's really hot, but it's gonna be worth it. Nothing is as hot as me almost sitting in a burning chair once. Yes, this really happened. I almost sat myself in a chair that I set on fire myself. Actually, accidentally, or purposely, actually, because I didn't know it at the time, but dropped a match on a leather couch we had. It was, I don't remember, I think it was gray color, but yeah, I put a match on it that was still warm, and it caught the entire couch on fire. I almost sat in it before someone warned me. So that was a terrifying experience. Nonetheless, a good one though. Definitely teach you how to not play with matches. And there we go. And that's in. And that is the skin application for the OnePlus 5 Dragon black and red skin, completely done. Just look at that. I'm gonna do some B-roll shots, of course, but now it looks really dope, and I love the way this looks. I guess that I made the right call, because it's definitely a unique look. It's different from the wood that I've become used to. This doesn't mean that I'm not going to apply the wood perfume anymore on the phone. I'm probably still going to do that because I can, and why wouldn't I? But yeah, that looks like a sick looking phone, and of course it blends in perfectly with the PlayStation. So that is a skin application. It has been a rough ride, not gonna lie. But yeah, how to apply the DBrand skin, like how they show it versus how it actually is. Jeez, man, it's much more of a difference than what they tell you. Like they tell you it's like they show like she just grabs the skin, puts it on, and just be done. I'm like, no. Reapplication after reapplication, trying again to get it exactly perfect, and you're probably never gonna get the exact right fit, and I still don't. But this is the best I could make. I'm gonna show you all the seams and all the crannies where all the pieces meet, and see for yourself how much space is left. It takes a lot of time to assemble these things. I will put a timer on screen now on how long I have been busy simply with applying these two skins for the PlayStation and the phone, and individually for the phone and for the PlayStation alone. You're gonna be quite surprised. Like, we're recording another 28 minutes. I'm about an hour through video just for the phone. Can we just take a grasp at that? Anyhow, that has been it. I'm gonna thank you guys all for watching and sitting with me through this entire long process. But we got the PlayStation done, we got the phone done. And yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go to Instagram and Twitter, where I post all my updates. Follow me on there, or go to our Discord to meet like-minded people. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. I wish you all a happy new week, because when this releases, it's probably going to be the new week. So happy Monday, Tuesday, or whenever this is released. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Have a good night, and peace.